Hi friends. Today I was thinking I would speak a little about the lost parables in the Gospel of Luke. These are very famous parables. There are three lost parables, and the third one is the most famous. The first one is the parable of the lost sheep, followed by the parable of lost coin, followed by the parable of the lost son, or the prodigal son as it is commonly known. I happened to read an interesting book by Christoph Wrambach. He's a Jesuit, German Jesuit, and in this book, he tried to interpret these parables. The title of the book is Hope for Judas. It's a very interesting book, and I'm not going to speak about the book here, but only about this part of the book where he speaks about these three parables. Now, the first aspect he does is he changes the order of the parable. In the gospel, the parables are in this order. First one is the parable of the lost sheep, followed by the parable of lost coin, and the last one is the parable of lost son. But he changes the order slightly, and he places the parable of the lost son as the first one, followed by the parable of lost sheep, followed by the parable of lost coin. And we'll see how or why he wants to change it, or what is the message he derives from it. In the case of the lost son, okay, in all the three parables, there is something is lost or somebody is lost. In the case of the lost son, he was lost. He came to his senses. I'm not sure whether he came back with complete repentance or not, but anyway, he came back. Come to the second parable, lost sheep. The sheep was also lost, probably in the rocks, and many scripture scholars would say that sheep would be stuck somewhere in the rocks, and it would be nearly impossible for the sheep to get up and come. So the only thing which sheep can probably do is cry. And the shepherd has to go pick the sheep and come. Again, it's dangerous even for the shepherd to go down and pick the sheep and come. And in the third story, the coin which was lost, which is just lost. And interestingly, the person, it's a woman in this character. She goes in search and she has to pick up. There's not even a sign from the coin which says that I am lost. So you see an interesting aspect happening in the three stories. Something is lost, but the son who knows that he was lost and he came back, at least partially you can say he came back. May not be in the full sense of conversion and everything, but he came back. The sheep was lost, but the sheep could cry. The coin was lost. Nothing the coin could do. But the person finds all the three of them. So there is a gradation of the love of God. I think that's the first beautiful thing that comes out from these three parables. I always see that this is a message that we have taken very easily. It's so nice to hear this message. God is a loving Father. He cares for us and all those things. Wonderful. It's beautiful. But there is a very interesting character in the story, which is the character of the elder son. Now, what happens to this elder son? There is no equivalent to the elder son in the other two parables. You can imagine one. We all know that the elder son was extremely angry because the son who spent everything, who squandered all the money, everything, he came back and the father gave a feast. Imagine the elder brother of the sheep. That fellow was lost. He just cried, and the master, you, the shepherd, you went and found him. Imagine the elder brother of the coin. That coin was lost, not even crying. He did not even know that it was lost. But you, the lady, you went and brought it. Interestingly, definitely the elder brother in the story of the prodigal son is angry. The elder brothers in other story would be much more angrier. But they would be angrier. Now, I always think that this elder brother is the most important character, at least for many of us. I know that each one of us have some time probably in our life when we are lost like this younger son and we come back. Now we are in the household. We we are so-called good people. We do good works, good activities and everything. Beautiful. And we are in the house. And this younger son, the people who are lost are coming back. They are coming back to the house. And who takes the role of this father? There is no God the Father in flesh and blood in our societies. Many of us who are the good people, we are called to act like the father in our society, in our church, in our family, in other groups. But most of the time, interestingly, we like the role of the elder brother than that of the father. And we play that role. And that is the tragedy of life. Because playing the role of the father is very costly. You have to become generous to accept them. You have to become generous enough to share what you have with the one who has squandered everything. And a very normal question that comes to those good people: can I and that fellow who was lost be treated in the same way? Then why I was good all the way? Probably I think a Christian vocation is to struggle with this question. I don't want to give an answer to this question. Is the response to this question more in the way Jesus would like? Make this better Christians. Thank you.